You know what's funny? Every beginner rider thinks they're different. They think they've got that natural feel for the bike, that they won't make the same dumb mistakes everyone else does. But here's the harsh truth. You will. Because riding isn't about confidence. It's about unlearning your instincts. Your body wants to do everything wrong, from how you sit, to how you brake, to how you corner. And that's exactly why so many new riders crash. Not because they lack skill, but because they trust themselves too early. See, riding a motorcycle isn't about looking cool or going fast. It's about control. Every move you make, every habit you build, rewires how your brain and your bike communicate. And most beginners? They train their brains the wrong way. They practice bad habits so much that those habits become permanent. So today, I'm going to break that cycle for you. These aren't just mistakes. These are mental viruses that kill your progress, your confidence, and sometimes even your life. This video isn't about riding better, it's about reprogramming how you think as a rider. Because if you don't break these habits in 2025, trust me, your bike will break you. 1. Sitting like a passenger on your own bike. Most beginners make this mistake without even realizing it. They sit on the motorcycle, not with it. Their back is stiff, arms locked, and body completely disconnected from what the machine is trying to tell them. But here's the truth. Your motorcycle isn't something you control with your hands. It's something you control with your body. When you're stiff, your bike can't breathe. It becomes unstable, nervous, unpredictable. You start fighting it, and that fight makes you a bad rider. The best riders move with fluidity. Their lower body grips the tank firmly like glue. Their upper body flows loosely, and their arms just guide, not force. The next time you ride, notice this. If your shoulders ache after a ride, you're sitting like a passenger. But if you feel in sync with the road, like the bike reads your mind, you're finally sitting like a rider. 2. Looking at the road instead of through it. A beginner always looks at things. The road, the cars, the obstacles, but never through them. And that one difference decides whether you'll stay safe or crash. Your brain is wired to take you exactly where your eyes go. If you stare at the pothole, you'll hit it. If you stare at the wall, you'll meet it. This is called target fixation, the most common cause of beginner accidents. Professional riders don't react to what's in front of them. They predict what's coming. Their eyes are constantly scanning, reading movement, planning 2 steps ahead. Start looking far ahead, through the curve, into the future of the road. Because your eyes don't just guide your body, they guide your destiny as a rider. 3. Grabbing the brakes like they owe you. Money fear does one thing. It makes you grab. The moment something goes wrong, beginners snatch the brakes like they're pulling a panic trigger. But motorcycles don't like panic. The harder you grab, the more your weight shifts forward. And suddenly, the front wheel locks, the rear gets light, and the road becomes your punishment. The right way is counterintuitive. You squeeze the brakes, gradually, progressively, like you're squeezing a lemon, not smashing a brick. You want your bike to bow into the stop, not scream. A true rider doesn't brake hard, they brake right. Smooth braking gives you control, confidence, and stability. Every time you slam those levers, remember, you're not proving power, you're confessing panic. 4. Treating corners like straight lines. Every beginner loves speed until the first corner humbles them. Corners are where you discover whether you're a rider or just a driver with bad habits. Most beginners charge into corners fast, panic midway, and straighten up, destroying their line and sometimes their bones. Corners aren't meant to be conquered. They're meant to be understood. Before the turn, slow down. During the turn, look through. After the turn, gently accelerate out. Your throttle, your lean, and your vision must flow together. When you do it right, you'll feel it. That perfect balance, that invisible handshake between you and your machine. That's not luck, that's mastery. 5. Riding faster than you can think. Here's the trap every beginner falls into. They think speed equals skill. It doesn't. It just hides your mistakes until it's too late. When you ride faster than your brain can process, your instincts take over. And instincts are untrained, chaotic, and deadly. You stop anticipating and start reacting. Speed is not something you chase. It's something that comes to you when your mind and muscle memory align. The most dangerous rider on the road isn't the fastest. It's the one who doesn't understand how fast they're not ready to go. If your brain feels like it's always catching up to your bike, slow down. You're not riding fast, you're just dying slowly. 6. Ignoring body position. While cornering your body is a steering mechanism, but beginners treat it like luggage. They stay upright, stiff, and terrified, making their bikes do all the work. The result? The motorcycle leans too much, loses traction, and becomes unstable. Your inside shoulder and knee should always lean into the curve. Shift your head toward the mirror line, keep your torso relaxed, and let your hips guide the motion. Suddenly, you'll feel your bike glide, not fight. Cornering is a dance. You don't wrestle the machine, you move with it. Once you master this, every curve feels like art. Your body and bike become one continuous motion, graceful, stable, and powerful. 7. Riding without mental focus. Motorcycling isn't physical first. It's mental. You can have the best posture, gear, and control, but if your mind is wandering, you're a danger to yourself. 1 second of distraction can erase every skill you've built. Thinking about work, your phone, or even trying to impress someone. That's all it takes to miss a signal, a car, or a mistake you could have avoided. Before you ride, reset. Forget your problems. Your motorcycle deserves 100% of your attention. It's not forgiving to divided minds. Riding is meditation at high speed. If your thoughts are everywhere, your control is nowhere. 8. Thinking gear is optional. This is the most common, most arrogant beginner mistake. It's just a short ride, they say. But accidents don't care about distance. They care about timing. Your helmet, gloves, jacket, they're not accessories. They're survival tools. The asphalt doesn't care if you're careful, skilled, or lucky. One small fall can erase everything you are, or everything you could become. The pros wear gear not because they expect to crash, but because they respect the risk. Every time you skip protection, you're silently saying, "My comfort is worth more than my life." And trust me, the road will test that belief one day. So here's the truth most beginners don't want to face. Your habits decide your fate, not your luck. Every time you ride, you're either training precision or training disaster. These 8 habits might sound small, but each one quietly shapes your future. Break them now, or they'll break you later. Because in 2025, only the riders who evolve will survive. You know, the funny thing about riding is that everyone thinks they're the exception. Everyone believes they won't be the one who crashes or freezes, or makes that one stupid mistake that ruins everything. But reality? It doesn't care about belief. It only cares about discipline. Because in riding, just like in life, you don't rise to your level of confidence. You fall to your level of habits. So tell me this, which of these 8 habits is secretly controlling you? Be honest. Because the moment you admit it, that's the moment you start evolving from a beginner into a rider. And if you're the kind who says, "Nah, I don't have any bad habits," congratulations. You've just found the 9th one. Drop your confession in the comments. Let's see who's brave enough to admit what they need to break before the road breaks them.